For this round, you must tattoo some of the most difficult parts of the body.
Oh, shit. Sounds awful.
Stomach, foot, armpits, knee ditch.
All of these spots suck to get tattooed. They're really painful. This is gonna be a huge challenge.
Today, you must all tattoo the same subject, a Japanese snake.
Damn it.
Snakes are one of the most symbolic creatures in traditional Japanese tattooing.
Traditional Japanese is really hard because it has a whole lot of rules in it. And if you don't know them, you can't follow them. And the one guy who's gonna judge you is Taki, and he's gonna nail the out of you.
Japanese tattoos are infamous for incorporating many different elements to create a dynamic image. In order for the elements to work together, they must be in perfect proportion. There is one more obstacle you must face today. All of the canvases want their tattoos on their ribs.
Of course they do.
Ribs? You've got to be kidding me.
The ribs is one of the most painful areas. With snakes, it's gonna be hard to make those long, sweeping lines.
I'm really excited about this elimination tattoo. I get a chance to do a really big, ballsy, badass snake.
That's a big tattoo to color in a few hours.
Hanging in there.
I'm good.
I plan to show proportion with the relation of the size of the flowers to the size of the snake and the size of the snake's head to the size of the snake's body.
God damn, look how big that is.
I see a big opportunity for me to take this.
Today, you had to show your mastery of proportion by tattooing a Japanese snake on your canvas's ribs. Maddie.
As far as proportion goes, I really like not only the proportion of the snake to the flowers, but also just the proportion of the snake itself, the length versus the head. I like the way it fits the body.
Looking at this much tattooing, it's definitely impressive at the amount of coverage that you got and the proficiency that you have doing what you do. Really a nice job.
I think there's design flaws, but overall, it's well balanced, it's well proportioned. Good art is good art in any culture. You want good flow, you want good placement, good proportion. I think you pulled that off with this one.
Hey, thank you.
The judges have determined a winner. The best tattoo of the day goes to Maddie.
Thank you.
The proportion you showed in this tattoo and the simple layout of it is what collectively we all liked, and you definitely stood out for composition.
Today, you must create Victorian tattoos. During the Victorian era, the invention of sewing machines and new machinery for making lace made it possible to create complex patterns at a fraction of the cost of handmade. Tattoos emulating these patterns and fabrics have grown in popularity. You must translate these intricate styles to skin.
Lots of lace, jewelry, with filigree, fine line work. I'm really nervous about this one.
But there's more.
Which is?
There is no better test of your finesse than tattooing some of the most delicate skin on the body. The throat.
Oh, Jesus, throat tats.
Throat. I know exactly what that feels like. It hurts like a mother. It's hard to breathe while they're doing it. It feels like getting cut with a scalpel the entire time.
I have to put this on in pieces. It's just not gonna go on all at once.
This is super stressful. If this design's off just by a hair, it's gonna be totally obvious.
Hang your head off the table, and let me see if I can get the area a little flatter for me.
I'm willing to spend extra time in the placement just to make sure it's perfect.
Lean forward like this real quick. It's just not lined up with your chest.
If I pull this thing off perfect, I'm so gonna have the win.
Today, you had to use finesse to create intricate Victorian tattoos on very delicate skin. Duffy.
Just the outline alone is a great example of finesse. All these curves, very smooth, all have a very natural flow. All your little circles around the heart look very concentric.
It's pretty great. Great, perfect. Why are you crying?
It's just a good feeling.
Come on, lady. This is what it's all about, right? Like, this is why you came.
They're definitely happy tears. I needed it.
Beautiful tattoo.
Time to poll the judges. Who's got the best tattoo of the day? Duffy took this one, as far as I'm concerned.
A great design, a great fit to the skin, great application.
It's perfect, smooth, beautiful, and on top of everything, it's the largest amount of work. Anybody that you're up against can't deny your win.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Duffy. Today, you have an intense challenge ahead of you. You must create a 12-hour tattoo for your canvas's head.
Tattooing somebody's head is completely different from tattooing anywhere else on the body. Not only does it hurt a lot, but there's the dome shape and ear. It makes for a very strange composition.
The brain has two distinct lobes. The left side of the brain handles logical thought, and the right side of the brain handles creativity. You must find a way to reflect that in your design. You'll have 6 hours to tattoo the left lobe today and 6 hours to tattoo the right lobe tomorrow.
A 12-hour tattoo in one spot is hard enough, but both sides of your head, these canvases are out of their minds. They're going to be in a world of hurt.
How's it going, man?
How's it going?
Good.
Left side brain.
Just gonna shave you a little bit. All right, sounds good.
Tattooing a head calls for adaptability. Every head's different. It's a different surface. There's a different skin type, a different skin tone, and a different shape, and you have to plan for all of it.
You guys are gonna look like straight up badasses.
You got gentle hands.
I'm
Remember
very
that.
light-handed. I'm a lady tattooer and I tattoo like a lady.
Goals.
Yesterday, you tattooed the left side of the brain for the first 6 hours of a 12-hour head tattoo, and you're being judged on adaptability. One of the best ways to prove your adaptability is to finish what someone else started.
What?
That's right, you must all swap canvases. Today, another artist will be finishing what you started, and you must finish what someone else started, tattooing the right side of someone else's brain. Ryan.
I'll take Eric's canvas. Eric and I are the only pair of artists that ended up swapping canvases. And even though he's been tattooing for over 20 years, I am not afraid of adapting to another artist's work.
You want to learn something, look at the other side of her head.
You're just being a pain in my ass.
This week, you tattooed 12 hours. 6 hours on the left side of a canvas's head and 6 hours on the right side of another canvas's head, finishing another artist's design. Ryan and Eric.
Ryan, I really like this tattoo. I think you definitely use contrast to put depth in this to make the skin and gears and tools look like they're overlapping, and the detail is very nice.
Eric.
The style of the rips really match up nicely. You followed the same flow on the front of his head as Ryan did. I think you guys worked really well together.
Ryan and Eric, you guys picked each other's canvases. Let's start off with Eric.
Eric, I love this floating figure that you have in the center. Then the color trickles off into this gnarly pattern. It looks great. What I love about the way these two tattoos tie together is the fact that, Eric, you created that beautiful floating geometric shape, and it looks like that's the light that's backlit on Ryan's tattoo.
Ryan.
The layout and the artistry here showed adaptability. All 4 tattoos came out super strong. Out of the one that Eric started and that Ryan finished, picking a winner out of these 2, I would pick Eric. But out of the head that Ryan started and Eric finished, the winner I would pick is Ryan. It just shows that knowing that you're creating something versus you have to match something shows a lot more confidence and a lot more comfort.
This is the first time that we've had both teams tattooing at the same time.
Anybody standing out in the front?
I mean, I'm going with Eric all day. Eric's creativity, consistency, and flow on both sides of his tattoo were much nicer.
The cleanliness is not there if you look close at that outline. A couple of sketchy lines on your keys and a couple of stressed out areas.
Does Eric's purple lack a little vibrancy to it?
Looking at all aspects of all 4 tattoos, Ryan's just a little bit sharper. My vote's for Ryan.
My vote is for Ryan.
Bastards.
Winner of the best tattoo of the day goes to Ryan.
Thank you.
Congratulations. There's no better way to show your fundamentals than by tattooing a style that leaves you no room for errors. Illustrative blackwork.
Yeah, bring it on.
Using only lines of different lengths and widths, you must create texture, depth, and contrast in your image. Since there's no color or shading, the smallest flaw in your fundamentals will be obvious.
Line work, cake.
You have to be really good at lining with a tattoo machine. You can't use any kind of shading. Every imperfection is going to stand out.
And for this tattoo, you will once again be tag teaming. Your shop will create 1 tattoo on the same canvas. Only one of you can tattoo at a time, and you must switch artists every hour. Let's meet your canvases.
Blackwork, demonic goat head with a crescent moon, roses, and a raven on my ribs.
Ooh. The ribs is probably one of the hardest areas to tattoo. You're constantly breathing, you're constantly moving, and in order to run a straight line, that person has to be still as possible.
All right, canvases, one by one, please read the name on the bottom of your skull.
It's the guy with the ribs. Artistic skin design.
Old Town Ink, you're just trying to throw me a big rib tattoo, but joke's on you. I actually don't mind tattooing ribs.
Good luck.
Today, I think these artists are gonna be faced with a design challenge. One bad line sticks out like a sore thumb.
All right.
Good luck.
How you doing so far?
Peachy.
Peachy.
The ribs are a very, very sensitive area.
It's just like a vicious kitten is giving you a little tickle.
Just find your happy places.
Not in this competition with out.
Oh, yeah.
If he can sit through it, we can sit through it.
That looks great, sweetheart.
Today, you had to prove your fundamentals. Artistic skin designs. I love this tattoo, especially in these eyes. The fact that you got them so dark and wet with the line work.
I love the effects that you pulled off. The lines on the horns really create the contour and the shape and design of what we're looking at. Overall, it came out so strong.
Thank you.
Time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day. My top 3 is allegory, artistic, and Old Town.
For me, it's artistic skin design. It's the most dynamic. It's the one.
I think hands down, it's a landslide on that one.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day, second week in a row, goes to artistic skin design. Congratulations. Today, he must tattoo one of the most painful areas of the body to tattoo.
Why?
The armpit.
God damn.
Oh, I hate armpits. I don't even like my own armpits, let alone some random person's.
Oh my God.
Armpit tattoos are the worst. The skin is very sensitive, and it's very hard to stencil in an area that's completely creased. This is the pit.
Because of the awkward shape of the armpit and the elasticity of the skin, your placement needs to be spot on. But that is not all.
Oh my God.
You must create 2 6-hour coordinating tattoos, one for each armpit.
Oh God.
Both tattooing the arm? Who are these people? Where do you find these people?
One artist from your shop will tattoo the left armpit today, and the other artist will tattoo the right armpit tomorrow.
What?
Of course.
Damn it.
I don't even have my armpits tattooed because I'm not a glutton for punishment. These poor canvases are gonna go through hell.
As always, it must look like one artist tattooed both.
What?
Great, matching tattoos. Throw in the mix that it's in a lumpy, weird-shaped part of the body. This is gonna be a hell of a ride today.
That's on the fool.
I'm tattooing a monster with a chain sprocket mohawk and a tire tread tongue. That's Clean Rock 1 style.
What are you doing in the eyes?
Light brown, caramel.
I'm gonna set the bar, and tomorrow, I'm gonna make sure that Aaron jumps over it.
Dude, you look like you are still drawing.
Theirs is complicated.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, like doing a perfect circle in an armpit.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
Oh, holy cow. That is crazy cool.
Why are there skulls?
Good morning, artists. On the bottom of the skulls are numbers. You'll each draw a skull to determine a picking order. And in that order, you'll then select which armpit you want to complete. You cannot choose your own shop's tattoo. Golden Skull, which canvas do you choose?
We choose Black Cobra Tattoos canvas.
And that means Empire State Studio, you get Golden Skull's canvas.
Of course no one wanted that canvas. It's gonna be impossible to do an impression of a clean tattoo.
Good luck.
That outline better be perfect.
Don't stress me out. It's gonna be perfect.
Just make it perfect, man.
It will be. It will be.
Katie set the bar pretty high, so Aaron needs to execute this thing flawlessly.
Boring, dude.
Welcome to my yesterday.
Worst case scenario, I wobble one line. Done. Katie designed it. Katie nailed the line work. And if I leave one wobble, one transition, one piece of saturation not to the line, that's it. It's over.
No line left behind.
When is it perfect? It's gonna be perfect.
I know, and it will be.
This week, you showed placement by tattooing a painful and awkward part of the body, the armpits. The judges will compare your work side by side with two artists. The artist who completed the armpit tattoo that you started and the artist whose armpit tattoo you completed. Let's see how you did. Aaron and Katie, you're up first. All right, Katie, you tattooed the first armpit.
Both of these tattoos together, top notch. So I commend you guys for application, for style, for looking similar to each other.
If you look at the subtle differences here, in Katie's bigger flower, the red that fades to that peach tone is super, super smooth. And then the thin line is really nice and clean. And then if you look at Aaron's pink flower with the blue star in there, you see some wavering problems with the little thin line. Katie outshines you a little bit.
She drew it. It's not a surprise.
Katie takes it just with those tiny little bits of application. When you're this close, it's apples to apples.
Tommy and Clean.
You guys do match in the sense of placement, and they do have the feel of the same artistry, but Clean, yours is really technically solid. All the color here is really, really bright and saturated.
I love the deep, solid silhouette, the backside of the mouth, and the other teeth that are behind and the front. Very bold, very clean. You nailed it, man.
Did you make any changes, Tommy?
The drawing I'd gotten was a little bit simpler than the other one, so I added a little more texture to the face.
I don't feel like you look as comfortable doing this style. I think he gets you just a little bit on some of the textures and some of the color highlights and some of the blends. My vote's for Clean.
I agree. I think Clean edges out.
Clean, you get Tommy.
Congratulations, Clean. You win the head-to-head. All right, judges, time to announce best tattoos of the day.
Clean's is really solid.
And you know what? Aaron's is really good, too. Just Katie beat him. So this is a win and a loss, but Aaron's still looks like a nice, solid, clean tattoo.
100%. Win and a loss, but top of the pack.
Both tattoos are really diverse, coming out of the same shop. My vote is for Golden Skull Tattoo. Chris?
Golden Skull.
The judges have decided the best tattoos of the day go to Golden Skull Tattoo.
For this round, you must tattoo some of the most difficult parts of the body.
Oh, shit. Sounds awful.
Stomach, foot, armpits, knee ditch.
All of these spots suck to get tattooed. They're really painful. This is gonna be a huge challenge.
For this round, not only do your canvases want tattoos in some of the most painful places, they also want some of the most outrageous and crazy tattoo ideas in the history of this competition.
Oh, my God. Come on, man.
Yes! Great.
Bring on some weird shit.
Some of these placements are a tattooer's worst nightmare. Imagine trying to draw a perfect straight line on a moving object. Imagine if it's squishy. These artists also have to show artistic versatility. They need to figure out how to make these insane requests into tangible pieces of art.
You can tell they're really talented, man. A lot of great illustrators here.
All right, what's happening?
Having fun with this one.
Harm, how long you been tattooing?
A little over 10 years. I started tattooing in Cuba. There is no tattoo shops. The police can just go to your house and take everything from you if they find out that you're tattooing. It was a struggle. I have a background in art, so that makes it a little bit easier, but it's definitely a hustle.
The cheese. It's so cute.
This tattoo, anybody in the room would like to tattoo. If I don't absolutely crush it, then I haven't done my job today.
Today, you had to tattoo outrageous ideas in insanely difficult places. Safety from elimination is on the line. Angel, you're up first.
For it being such bright colors, so heavily packed, there's almost no irritation, and the inner thigh is a tough spot to get tattooed.
That was one of the tattoos that I really struggled to see how someone could make that cool, and you nailed it with this.
It's obvious that you're here to play ball.
Thank you.
Hiram.
It's a really well-done tattoo. The contrast is so high. Like, in that background, you have that heavy, heavy dark, and then it goes right into that really bright turquoise blue, and it's really beautiful.
Thank you.
Judges, who had the best tattoo of the day?
I personally like Angel's tattoo or Hiram.
And what's funny is these are 2 full color tattoos by 2 black and gray artists.
Yeah, crushed
Talk
it.
about versatility.
Yeah.
Can we agree that these are the best 2 tattoos of the day?
100%.
100%, yes.
Angel and Hiram, the judges have decided you are safe from elimination.